Hi, it's Cindy again. This is video 2 about autoimmune disease, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about fibromyalgia and how it's diagnosed. It's diagnosed by what used to be called trigger points, but now it's called tender points, which it's all the same to me. But anyway, tender points, you have to have 11 out of the 18 for over 6 months. And they're like right here in the back of your neck on either side. Here, like here, all across here. Like midway down your back on either side of your spine. And your lower back. And then there's some in the front too. But anyways, I used to have a doctor that would inject medication into those tender points. It was steroids and lidocaine, and it helped a lot, but it made you really, really sore for a few days, and it lasted about 2 weeks. But I don't have that doctor anymore. He left that practice, so that was years and years ago. I haven't had any other doctor that does that, but anyway, I was going to try to describe what fibromyalgia feels like. I know on TV they say overactive nerves, and that may be true, but it feels more like muscle pain. Mine does anyway. I don't know about anybody else's because I don't know anybody else with this disease. But it feels like you're bruised all the time. Like up in here, if you touch those tender points, they feel like bruises. But they feel like they kind of go a little deeper than, you know, muscles. And then it gets worse at different times. I used to wake up in the morning really, really stiff. Like it hurt so bad to move. I had to have help to get out of the bed because I was so stiff and it hurt so bad to move. And moving does hurt even during the day. Especially if you like try to carry something, lift something, bend over, all those things make it hurt worse. But like right now, I worked today and drove a lot, so like my lower back, there's an area about this big right in the middle of my lower back, and it feels actually like it's burning. It feels like I've been branded or something. But anyways, I'm so used to it that it's just a part like of my day. Oh, that was a little bit better with that light on maybe. It's just part of my life, so I'm so used to it that I don't get to like go lay down when I need to. I actually just keep going and going and going. But when I get home and get things done, then that's what I do. I lay on my heating pads for the rest of the night. As much as I can on the weekends. Some weekends, I just stay in bed most of the day. Not like in bed, but you know, on the bed, watching TV. And I do some crafts, just laying there like crocheting, and I can make some clay things and make, you know, paper flowers and stuff like that. Just sitting there with the heating pads on me. But I take a lot of medications, and I'll show you all those in another video. The amount of medication I take every day just to function. But I wanted to just talk about, you know, try to describe what fibromyalgia feels like. Not talking about the fatigue or the brain fog or anything else, but sometimes it can also feel like if you raise your arms, that hurts. And it actually feels sometimes like a sharp pain, like you're being stabbed with a screwdriver. That's what it feels like. And it is a disability. You do feel disabled because you can't function like a normal person. You can't stand in long lines, you know. I mean, you can because you have to. Like to get your medicine and stuff, you have to stand in lines, but it hurts so bad. You're just standing there just aching, aching, aching. And the longer it is, the worse it hurts, you know. The more you drive, the more it hurts. The more you do any of those things I was talking about, the more it hurts. So the less, you know, you can do of lifting and bending and that kind of stuff, the better. But, I mean, we have to live, so we have to do those things. I have to do laundry, I have to vacuum, you know, I have to work. I just have to do those things. I've always been a single parent. I raised 3 boys by myself, except for the youngest one. He's been at his dad's for a little while, and I don't know how long he's going to stay there, but he's a teenager now. But that's the youngest one. My older ones are grown. My middle son will be home next week for a few days in between his college semesters. He's in college and he's in the Army Reserve. He's been in there for 6 years. My oldest son is a director of operations in MRI in the medical center here in Texas, in Houston. But I must have done something right. So anyway, it hasn't been easy. It's been really, really hard. I don't have a whole lot of help being single. My stepdad does come over and helps, does most of my yard work. I still have to do the day-to-day stuff, and I had several surgeries over the past couple of years for something unrelated. It was like oral surgeries. I actually had 5 over the last 2 years, and anything like that you have done with autoimmune disease, it takes a long time to heal. What should have healed, you know, in a few weeks to a few months has actually taken years. So anyways, in those situations, my mom has tried to come over a little bit and help. You know, she'll come over and vacuum for me and stuff like that, and help me with my dogs a little bit. But on a day-to-day basis, it's just me. So what gets done, and what doesn't get done, doesn't get done. Some things I have to put off to the weekend because I can do harder work on the weekends at home, because I can go lay down when I need to. You know, I can work a little bit and lay down for a couple hours. Work a little bit, lay down for a couple hours. But the fibromyalgia pain is really bad. It's really, really, really bad. Because mine, I used to have remissions to where, you know, I wouldn't feel it that bad for weeks at a time. But I haven't had a remission in like 4 years. It's just been solid. And so it's just like never let up. So I have it from the time I open my eyes till the time I close my eyes. And like I said, it never goes away. It's just worse sometimes than other times. Sometimes you do get sharp pains. Like I said, like feels like something stabbing you. And sometimes you have like burning pain. Like in my back right now, it's killing me. So I'm gonna have to shut this off in a couple minutes because my back feels like it's on fire, my lower back. But like I said, I'm used to it. I keep on keeping on, as I used to say in the 70s. Keep on keeping on, keep on trucking. So anyways, I think that'll be all for today. I think this is like 8 minutes long. But I will do another video soon. I'm going to talk about chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm going to talk about irritable bowel syndrome, insomnia. I'm going to talk about medications and the cost of medical care. And that's all I can think of right now, but there's just a lot that goes with autoimmune disease. It's not just one thing. And it is an invisible disease. People can't see it. They don't know you're sick. They don't believe you're sick. Families do not understand it. Your family will not understand fibromyalgia unless they have it. Now, I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And some people, I don't believe they have it. Or they don't have the same kind I have. But anyway, I don't think everybody who gets that diagnosis actually really has it. I really don't. But then again, you can't see what they feel. So, but if you don't have all the severe pain and like all the time and all that, I don't think it's the same thing. Maybe it's something else. But it is debilitating. It is, I think, progressive. It is invisible. And like I said, your family will not understand it. They will not understand why you don't want to do things. They won't understand why you can't do things. They won't understand why you want to go home. They can't understand, you know, why you'd rather stay home than to go places, because it just hurts too bad. And you suffer for it too much afterwards, that sometimes it's just not worth it to do things or to go places. So anyway, please leave your comments. If you leave negative comments, I'll probably just delete them, so don't bother. So if you don't believe what I say, just don't watch the videos. Your choice. Okay, this is my opinion, this is my disease, this is my video. So I'm going to tell you my side of it, what I feel, what I think, okay? Anyways, I hope you come back for video number 3. Bye-bye.